I've definitely heard that a lot of women are finding men to be not economically attractive. I've seen these headlines
It's true.
So
we're getting into hypergamy. Is that where we're going?
well, I suppose, but I mean, if we are going to have women who are fighting to be equal in the workplace and successful and making their own money, then correspondingly, there's going to have to be women that are prepared to date men who are making less money than them.
Well, they are. It's been recent. That
but are they happy? I don't think they are.
Well,
I
just don't
disagree
think,
with that.
or because hypergamy's on the decline. There's a lot of studies showing this, that now more
It's
and more
actually on
women,
the incline.
No, maybe we're looking at different. Can I get a laptop and we can pull up?
We're definitely looking at some
It's definitely
different
on the
shit.
decline in, especially they looked at like 27 countries, including like European countries. And yeah, women are now okay, more and more okay with, in general, people like to date across, like it's assortative mating. People like to generally date across socioeconomic status, across IQ, across education, across even attractiveness.
Well, there's a difference. Women like to date across and up, and men date across and down.
Men are more likely to date down, especially on certain things like how much money they make, but that's changing. But still, in general, people tend to, it's the attraction similarity hypothesis is one of the most researched theories in the psychology of attraction. It's people generally, like lawyers tend to date other lawyers. People tend to date people also because of the proximity aspect of it. That's also a big part of attraction. But this idea, especially if you look at history, like hypergamy hasn't, in general, most people were dating across. Like the status of their husband, even back in the day, was similar to that of their father. Like you can find more instances of men dating down than women, but in general, that's not the general trend, and it never has been.
What's not the general trend?
That women are just dating way above their level.
Not
In general,
way
people
above.
are dating across. That's what we're seeing. Now, if there's one gender that's more likely to date down, it is men, and that remains true. But in general, this thing that women are in general trying to go for someone way above them in status, in general, that's not how people mate, and that's not been shown in history or anything.
But I guess
it absolutely has been shown
that what
in history.
That what? Well, this is what I mean. If you look at, I wish I could pull up my studies. If you look at overall history, like I just said, even back in the day when gender roles were more stringent than they are now, women typically, their husband had the same social status as their father. Like people generally, families, I can even say like even in modern society, in like, where my family's from in Iran, you tend to date and marry people like your family and their family. Okay, are they from a good family? Okay, we're from a good family. We're educated. They're educated. Our son and our daughter should be together. It's not like, hey, mom and dad. These make great Disney movies where it's like, hey, I found the waitress, or she's scrubbing my floor, Cinderella. It can happen, but that's not the norm. Cinderella isn't the norm.
But I guess
go ahead, Lauren. Go ahead.
Well, I guess the problem that a lot of women are facing, and I've seen articles about this too, is that not only are they, not being picked up by the millionaire or the billionaire or anything like that, but they're even having trouble finding men who are of their same socioeconomic status. So the question for some women is not just, oh, am I going to date someone across instead of up? It's, am I willing to date someone down?
So interestingly, people in the top 20% of education and socioeconomic status, their marriage rates are the same. They're not having any issue with this. This seems to be more of an issue lower down, which would be kind of the opposite of what people say, because they're like, oh, if you're higher up, if you're more educated, if you're a lawyer, you're eliminating so many options. It's harder for you to date. Female lawyers are not having issues getting married. The stats bear that out, and I can even just say anecdotally.
Well, I mean, it's true that the more educated a woman is, the less likely she is to get married and the less likely she is to have children.
That's not true at all. So we can look that up. That's been steady. So the marriage rate for women in the top 20% college educated women, especially if they have higher education, has remained steady.
I didn't say it wasn't decreasing. I said compared to women of the...
Jasmine, the fallacy with your argument is that for couples to date across, the man must be a higher earner. Attorneys dating is not the same as McDonald's workers dating. For lateral dating to happen, the man must already be successful.
So do McDonald's workers not have wives and relationships? Is it only successful men? No. When we look across, even for having sex, when we look across income, it's not that rich people are having so much more sex than poor people. In fact, poor people are reproducing more. We don't see this big change with BMI. Like, it's not just the fit men that are having a ton of sex. It's not just the tall men that are having a ton of sex. People across all ranges when it comes to any of these characteristics are having sex and are mating. Now, like I've said, the marriage rate has gone down for people of lower socioeconomic status when it's remained the same, and even kind of gone up for people of higher socioeconomic status.
You're so full of shit.
Well, I
Lauren,
mean,
go ahead, continue with your.
why am I full of shit, Brian?
I'll address it.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's hard because we're saying different things, and there's probably a study to back up each. Sorry.
Martin
Lauren,
donated
we'll get you in.
$100. Law ho, I'm an attorney. Butler Snow, one of the largest firms in the world, licensed in TN and Ms. left to start construction co's, now valued at 9 figures. Your mid-face, and media like you are utterly unimpressive. Your ancestors sacrificed for nothing.
God.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm going to say I doubt this is a lawyer. Me and my lawyer friends were actually just having a conversation about this. Lawyers don't talk like this. Like, if there's a conservative lawyer, they're more like her. They're going to be like, wanting to date like Ben Shapiro and stuff. They don't talk like this. They'd have, unless he was just like a secret incel, like in his closet that got into some 4th-tier law school. But that is not how lawyers speak.
Oh.
Wiley Coyote 50 donated $99. As a controller, I can confirm your gender has nothing to do with how well you can fly. I've had male and female pilots who have flown for 30 plus years that made me say, WTF are you doing? You'll P$1 me off equally. Lol, kidding. Kinda.
Okay.
You guys piss me off just as much.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Most of the time, we love you, though. We appreciate you.
I have seen Marquavius Martin's bona fides. Is that how you say it? Bona fides?
I've never
Bona fides? He's a Mensa member. Apparently, he's an attorney.
I mean, I'm as weird of an attorney as you can get, and that would be even weirder than me. Like I said, there is the Federalist Society in every law school. They're very similar to her. She wouldn't write a comment like that. She just doesn't. He could disagree with me, but the manner in which you disagree with me, I think more people, educated people, generally, like I said, aren't online like you 304 mid whore. Like they just don't even. They don't even know about this world. Like they just aren't doing this. He must be some deep incel if he's.
Oh boy. Okay, now you're
I'm
gonna
sorry.
get,
I'm just being honest.
wrath.
That's what I think.
All right. Well, yeah, they've been a little mean, I think.
Me? I mean, he just.
No. They've been mean to you. So.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, she's.
No, I can.
You got
I'm
thick,
definitely.
You got thick skin.
Yeah.
Right?